Oh my god, guys. I don't even know where to begin this video. As a Warriors fan, I just feel like this season has been going so bad for us. And honestly, our record doesn't reflect how bad we are. Or how much are we? 8 and 11 right now? But this season seems like we've lost every single important game. And that's kind of because we have. We're already out of the in-season tournament, and we've lost to basically every team that has a winning record. Now, you guys might be thinking, why am I exaggerating so much? Well, that's because I think that the Warriors' current mentality is championship or bust. And this team is not winning the championship. Let's just say that very kindly. I mean, Steph Curry, yes, he can do it all. But can he carry a team single-handedly? No. He's not LeBron James like that. And even if he was LeBron James like that, we've seen LeBron James can't do it either. The league is just too talented now in order to do stuff like that. So yesterday's game against the Clippers didn't really go as expected. I watched the entire game as I always do, and we looked great. First half, Warriors ended up by 15 or something. I don't know if it was 15, but I mean, it felt like 15. All the momentum was in their direction, and everyone was just playing great. Steph was having a really good night in the first half, and yes, he fell off later, but at the start, he played really well. So that was pretty impressive. Clay was shooting not very efficiently, but he had a good amount of points. Brandon Podds was playing very good, even though it's not shown in the stat sheet. He's been one of the most impactful Warriors players this entire season. And then, of course, you had Draymond Green, who had those 4 insane threes at the start of the first quarter. I mean, 6 minutes in, and he hits 4 threes? Yeah. Everyone was so excited, and Clay even jumped off the bench and got a tech because he stepped on the court. So that was kind of funny, but funny's not the point of this team. This team needs to win some basketball games. This season alone, the Warriors have blown an 18-point lead to the Thunder, a 24-point lead to the Kings, another 24-point lead to the Kings, and a 22-point lead to the Clippers now. Honestly, it's just kind of embarrassing. Look, I'm all for win games by a ton. I'm all for that have the young guys play. I'm all for just whatever the Warriors do, because I have faith in them. I have to have faith in them. Without faith, there's literally no reason to watch them. And yes, I think that they're going to do well this season, but not without some very big moves. I mean, tonight, with CP3 out, the Warriors looked like a much better team. Not to mention that Andrew Wiggins was also out. Yes, Andrew Wiggins might actually be a good player, but CP3? The Warriors need to get rid of him immediately. I get that trading Jordan Poole was for contract purposes, but Chris Paul was possibly one of the worst players we could have taken back. I mean, he might be able to run the second unit pretty well, but he goes against Warriors basketball. He plays very slowly. He dishes out the ball, but he does everything slowly, and that's just who Chris Paul is. He is a true point guard, and he is one of the greatest point guards to ever play this game. But he's not who the Warriors need. In fact, Brandon Podziemski tonight looked a lot better than Chris Paul, because he played with the aggression that the Warriors are known for. He played amazingly. He's always hustling on the boards. He literally grabbed more rebounds than Dario Saric, who's 6'11" tonight. And he just has energy that the Warriors need, along with a fast play style, unlike Chris freaking Paul. Then you also had Moses Moody, who's been playing absolutely insanely recently, go off tonight, having 20-something points. I think it was he ended with 21. I'm not completely sure on that, but it doesn't really matter because his presence was definitely noted, and Steve Kerr took a note of that. Because after we've been complaining about Steve Kerr for a few games, he finally locked in, and his rotations weren't that bad until the fourth quarter. But I'll get to that soon. Then let's see what else I have to talk about. Oh yeah, trades. Because as I said earlier, the Warriors definitely need to trade for someone. I mean, this current team is really just not it. So I would throw CP3 and Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is on a very good deal for his skill level, and CP3 is CP3. He's basically a salary filler. So you have CP3 Wiggins, and you could throw some picks for a very good player. Or one, I'm not 100% sure who the Warriors would trade for or what, but I feel like that trade structure can work. And another trade structure that can work is an interesting one. Because we're trading from a team that's kind of declared themselves rebuilding, but not really. And I'm talking, of course, about the Toronto Raptors. The Warriors would be giving up Andrew Wiggins and Jonathan Kuminga for Pascal Siakam. Now, you might think that this trade is really bad, but look at it a bit deeper. Andrew Wiggins, yeah, he's a good contributor, but this season he's been playing really bad. The Raptors are rebuilding and Wiggins' contract expires pretty soon. Also, he's really cheap and he just fits their kind of scheme there. Jonathan Kuminga, young, great player, and he's sure to be a star one day. But just not for the Warriors. He doesn't fit with what they want. So you trade those guys for Pascal Siakam, who fills in that center position, which the Warriors desperately need because their defense has been absolutely atrocious in closing out games this season. And you basically just get what the Warriors need for guys who are barely contributing. Then at that point, you could run a starting lineup of Steph, Klay, Draymond, Moody, and Pascal Siakam, which is absolutely crazy to think about because that is a very, very good lineup. And Draymond locked in tonight, and Klay's been playing very well recently, averaging 20 points per game on 41% from the three-point line in his past 7. So that team could be very, very well constructed and look very good. And now to close this video out, let's talk about how the Warriors are closing their games out. Because let's just say they're not doing it well at all. Steph in the fourth quarter tonight had 2 points, 0 of 4 from the field, and 0 of 1 from 3. And I'm sure that all of you have seen this by now, but he passed the ball to Draymond for the game winner, which is just not a recipe for success, you know? I guess Draymond played well this game. He didn't play well enough to take the game-winning shot, but at the same time, you can't blame him. No one else was really doing anything. But apart from that, how do you blow a 24-point lead and lose at the end of the game? Because of your size. They had Zubac working on them the entire game. They had Daniel Theis working on them the entire game. And that's why the Pascal Siakam trade makes sense. Anyways, like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.